Hi everyone, it's Yessi, the Sacramento Latina, and I'm here at the Latino Center for Art and Culture put on by Radio Xicanism and NorCal Resist. The community is coming along together to see some of the exhibited art by local artists, and really it's for a greater cause. The proceeds of the entrance fee are going to go to fund NorCal and all their efforts here locally in Sacramento. Vengan conmigo, vamos a enseñarles qué hay. The art here is absolutely beautiful, and I think that it pays homage to the intercultural connections that we have here as Chicanos, Latinos. Hi everyone, this is Yessi, the Sacramento Latina, and I'm here with Frisko at the Latino Center for Art and Culture. Frisko, I want to know a little bit about you and what you do. What inspired you to do what you're doing now? I mean, I see this piece and clearly it's el paletero, right? Paletero. And el paletero is very iconic to Latino childhood. I grew up with the paletero in my neighborhood. Yep. So I see this and it's very reminiscent of how we all grew up. Yeah. Let me know a little bit about that. What inspired you to?
So, I'm from South Sac and I grew up watching los paleteros come through the neighborhood. This is before we see the ones with the rainbow umbrellas, with the carts.
Yes, the OG ones.
The OG ones. And so we just wanted to pay homage to them because there's a lot of elements that come along with that type of work. Like, I think of like dreamers. I think of like people who are community-based, people who are workers, who work hard, who love their family, and they're putting themselves out there in this, in certain conditions.
Right.
Most times it's fine, but it's risky.
Absolutely.
And I just think I wanted to kind of highlight that, especially like from my perspective, because my mom's from Jalisco. I grew up, hearing stories about just like how it was rough for her.
Right.
And I just think it's important to highlight that,
That's so beautifully said. And I'm so happy to have community members like you, because the fact that you take it a step further and create a storyline through your arts, right? And like I said, it's so reminiscent of our childhood. I mean, miren los colores, qué hermoso. The paletero con su sombrero, that is so iconic. Like, and the little bells, that's so beautiful. I am so in love with your piece.
So the name of this one is Las Campanillas, Suenan las Campanillas de Virtud.
Oh, Suenan las Campanillas de Virtud.
Yeah.
Qué hermoso. Why did you choose that title?
Just because, like, when you hear the bells, like, if you think back to what you were talking about when you were, like, younger. Yeah. You got excited.
Yeah.
And it meant everything to, like, reach el paletero. Yes. And he's just yelling back at you like one or two. Yeah. Like just one or two is enough to like communicate like, hey, like I got something that like will connect us, Yeah,
and it brings happiness.
Those little bells are very iconic. We don't hear them a lot.
That's true. Unfortunately, sadly,
but there they are,
That's so beautiful. I think it's so cool how you said that as a kid we would listen to Las Campanas and we automatically knew who it was. And I remember personally begging my parents, Amma, Pa, vienen las paletas. Like, give me $1, give me $2.
El paletero,
El paletero, that's beautiful. Does your art in general center around highlighting Latino culture?
I mean, it's everything.
It's everything.
I'm learning more to incorporate different cultural elements into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a Chicano artist. I'm an artist in general.
Yeah.
I'm a community artist. There's just a lot of facets of that. But I think most importantly for this one, because of the kind of climate we're in, for me, it's important to like put that out there because that's where my, that's my ancestry. That's my heritage.
Absolutely.
And
right.
I want to be able to highlight that with this painting. So that's
very beautifully put. And you mentioned something really important in our current political climate. I think our community, because they are also community leaders, right? Our street vendors, nuestros paleteros, they contribute something so essential to la comunidad latina.
Exactly.
And like you said, it brings everyone together. It's about unity. And I just love what you're doing because it's artistic, it's political in a way, right?
Yeah.
But it's also about familia, cultura, colores. It's very beautiful. I am so happy to have heard a little bit about your story and what inspired you. And I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Oh, for sure.
Hi guys, ¿qué onda? Yesy de Sacramento Latina aquí con Xico Gonzalez.
Hola, buenas tardes.
El famosísimo Xico Gonzalez de Sacra. I'm so glad that I finally get to meet you. I've been following you for a while now, and I do want to share. It's because of you that my husband and I got really just moved, and nos inspiramos en la pasión for the community, and especially pro-immigrant rights.
Yeah.
So the last pro-immigrant right that was held at the Cesar Chavez Plaza, we were there, and really that's how I discovered you, because you had posted the flyers and stuff like that. So I'm like, we have to go to this. It was so moving. It was so empowering, and I must say that you really do play a role into why I decided to create the Sacramento Latina. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to know how Xico Gonzalez identifies himself.
My name is Xico Gonzalez, and I'm a Chicano. That's how I identify myself. I'm a high school teacher here at the Sacramento High School on 8th and V, and I've been an activist and organizer in Sacramento since 1997. So I have a long history of community activism and empowerment. And the event that you're talking about, I co-organized that event with NorCal Resist.
That's right.
With the homegirl Ruth Ibarra.
Muy bien.
And we wanted to bring our people together for specific reasons. One, we wanted our people to know that we are here for them, that we're going to be defending them if against Trump and ICE raids.
Yes.
We wanted people to know what to do in case they encounter ICE in the community.
That's right.
And we also, let me tell you what you should do. Take pictures of them. Take pictures of the officers. Take pictures of the vehicles, and then text us.
You, NorCal, your compañeros, también que son community leaders, community builders, encontraron una manera de incorporar un movimiento social. Focus on being political, right? To give a voice to our comunidad, our immigrant community, las personas que a lo mejor tienen un poco de miedo de expresarse, to say that they need help.
Yeah.
But also, la información es gratis, y lo que ustedes están haciendo is you guys are giving out mass information at a level that has never been seen before, and you really are knowing how to use social media platforms to do that, right?
Yeah.
So that's amazing, that's outstanding. Cuéntame un poquito del evento de hoy.
So, el evento se llama Raza Rolas. Es un evento que hice hace 2 años en el Parque Southside. Este es el número 2, aunque no le puse el número 2. No es algo anual, pero queremos traer a la comunidad más que nada a divertirse, a celebrar sus raíces. And one of the main reasons too is all the money that is going to be fundraised here today is going to be used for NorCal Resist programming.
Beautiful.
They do amazing work in the community. They're bonding people out of ICE detention centers. They're bonding activists out of jails. They do break light clinic. They do know your rights clinics.
That's right.
And they do. We have a farm where we raise produce, and then the produce is given to the community for free.
Wow.
We have despensas once a month.
Amazing.
Every first Friday, we pass around 400 boxes of food to low-income and families in need. And one of the things that I want to say about NorCal Resist is that they had a chance to buy a building back during the pandemic. They had about $1 million. They decided to use that $1 million to empower the community, for the community to pay their bills, for the community to pay their rent.
Yes.
Everything was for the community. They said, forget about our building. Our community is more important to us than having our own place.
So impacting.
And to be honest, we don't really need a place to do the work that we do.
That's right.
We just need the ganas and people to follow
La
us.
gente, la comunidad.
Siempre le digo yo a mi compa Ruth, si no nosotros quién. So we have to be the ones to lead by example and to empower our community. So today we have artwork that was donated by different artists, about 18 artists, and we have a silent auction. We invited 5 artists, 5 homies to paint live, and then the pieces are going to be auctioned.
Yeah.
If you went to our Aquí Estamos rally, you saw Banda Estrella de Oro.
Ándale, yo sí lo vi.
They perform here. And we had him like leading all our community. So we wanted, one of the things that Trump is not going to do is not going to steal our joy.
Period.
Estamos aquí para disfrutar y para hacer cambios sociales.
Amén, me fascina, me fascina.
Gracias.
Muchísimas gracias. La verdad que me siento como muy impactada, muy movida y sé que tu mensaje va a llegar hacia muchas personas que espero que también se conmuevan en participar, en venir. De hecho, hoy traje a mis papás y a mis suegros.
Oh, qué bien.
Because I'm like, tenemos que ir a hacer algo bueno para la comunidad. Vas y gastas $10 en un café, en un lugar. Aquí entras y sabes que va a ir hacia la comunidad para una buena causa. Así
Y
que
también quiero decirles que no se ocupa mucho para hacer cambios, solo se ocupa ganas.
eso.
Consíguete a tus compas, diles, hey, tiren ropa que ya no usen,
Sí, cierto.
mándela a café, que ellos se juntan todos los domingos
bien.
a las 7 de la mañana,
Muy bien.
les dan de comer a la gente que no tiene casas.
Sí.
NorCal Resist siempre anda preguntando por comida, pueden hacer un food drive, mucha gente tiene cosas que no se comen en sus casas,
Sí.
todo eso puede ser para alguien más. Hay que, you have to share your blessings, so
That's
we
true.
need you, so come out.
Los necesitamos, así que chicos, muchísimas
Gracias.
gracias, un placer. So we're at John S. Huerta's spot. I'm just looking at all his art and it's just so vibrant and so reminiscent of Latino culture. Me enamoré de estas dos, Selena and Frida Kahlo, mis favoritas. Me las voy a llevar. Pero vengan, vamos a ver qué más tiene. El corazón sagrado, qué hermoso con la mariposa monarca, muy emblemático de la cultura latina. Una Adelita con cara de calavera o Día de los Muertos. This is so beautiful because I love how he mixes the I Love Lucy American sitcom with the Latino culture. It's just a clash of cultures. It's so beautiful. Y mi favorita de nuevo, of course, Frida Kahlo, tipo calavera. Hermoso, hermoso. Aquí está Selena de nuevo. Me fascina, me fascina. Qué chulada.
Nomás para que sepan.
Okay, estamos aquí con John S. Huerta, everyone, and the Latino Center for Culture and Art. Mr. John S. Huerta, dígame, what is the story behind your art?
Oh, it's a lot of stories.
Okay.
I was inspired. I studied art ever since I can remember. My grandmother raised me.
Okay.
She pushed me in the art, music, and art. But when I started getting into Dia de los Muertos, unfortunately, my grandmother, my sister died back in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was trying to get all that grieving and pain, everything I could think of.
Yeah.
And a friend told me about Dia de los Muertos. So I did research and it was etching and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so all the tools that I received while I was studying art, I combined it to Dia de los Muertos. So I did people who inspired me.
Wow.
Not only my sister, my grandmother, but todos mis primas, even people who are just friends who pushed me in the right direction or inspired me.
Yes.
And after then, my grandma's a big fan of hummingbirds. So of course I started doing hummingbirds in Florida because she loves flowers.
Colibris, yes.
Todo, colibris y todo. But it's just like the fact is I love my paintings colorful.
Yes.
It gets people's attention.
I noticed that.
And it makes people smile.
Yes.
And that's what gives me gratification.
Oh,
you know.
that's beautiful.
But no, that's why I do it. And now I'm still involved with the Sacramento art community.
Yes.
Right now I'm doing a project with the mural with the Southside Park on the back side of the stage.
Wow.
So that's a big plus. That's part of me that's going to be put somewhere the city that I love the most.
Yeah. So, tell me, were you born and raised in Sacramento?
I was born and raised in Phoenix. I moved here back in 96.
Okay.
And that's when I met my partner. Unfortunately, he passed away a year ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But anyways, but of course I have a plan of painting him something amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, ever since I've been here, I'm always so amazed with the community, with the sense of inclusivity.
Yes.
But one thing I noticed, we needed more culture here.
Absolutely. I'm
More
with you on
culture.
that one.
Because
yes,
I have
do.
a shop, studio at the Placita MX on 24th and K.
Oh, okay.
So there's culture in the front. It looks like a church. But you walk in, culture is the first shop.
Yes.
If you go in a little bit to the left and straight out to the courtyard,
Ahí
on
está.
the first one, there's more shops in there. We're trying to make it like a little Mexico.
Oh, like
placita.
una placita.
Sí,
I love that. Un
exactamente,
mercadito. Yes,
Sí.
yes.
And también tenemos la Catering Alley in the alley,
Right,
wherever
right,
it goes to, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're always
Oh
trying to
my
push
gosh,
people.
that's
Not only,
awesome.
I love helping other fellow artists who are trying to get off their feet, or trying to get their art moving.
Right.
That's one thing I love doing.
That's amazing.
And I've done so many commissions and stuff. I'm working on some right now.
Right.
But during the pandemic, unfortunately, I had to do 4 or 5 commissions of people who have passed, even one that I know the most.
Oh.
But that was like, because that, I would ask the person who wanted me to do it, what is their favorite color?
Yeah.
What is their favorite butterfly
Yeah,
or colores
something
or
about
whatever that way when they see it.
represented them.
Exactly,
Right, right.
everything. But that's why I
Wow.
enjoy doing art. I mean, this is what I do for a living.
Yes.
And it's a lot of hard work, but you know what? I love what I do. I do paint parties. You know, I always involved with the events. I'm probably going to do more events in the Bay Area.
That's
South
amazing.
San- Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about yourself, about your history, how you came about.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love that you are pouring back into the community, especially the Sacramento community, because
Exactly.
we need a lot more Latina representation.
And I had done a mural over there on Twitter with a kid, that's Frida con el Coloriz. Check it out.
Oh, I'm going to have to check it out. We're going to tag his page and also his information on his store so that you all could go and support.
Exactly.
And Mr. Huerta, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias,
Mucho
placer.
gusto. Thank you.
Coming tonight. Amazing evening, amazing day. We've been here for a long time. A couple of things. One, these artists are phenomenal. This is, I don't know, if I tried to do something like this, it'd take me 2 days.
Báilalo, gózalo, como lo canto y lo siento yo.